Okay, so Monique is not about to let Tyler Perry get away with trying to paint himself as a good guy at Angie Stone's funeral, because she went in on him hard and read him for filth on social media, dragging him and calling him out for being a big hypocrite. In case y'all missed it, Tyler attended Angie Stone's funeral a couple of days ago, where he put the industry on blast for exploiting black artists, stealing from them, and not paying them what they're worth. Now, he did make some very solid points, but this did not sit well with Monique, who immediately put him on blast because he did the same thing to her all those years ago, because she said no to him since she didn't want to work for free. It has been so many years now, but Monique is making it clear that she is going to keep her foot on his neck until she gets her due. So what exactly did Monique say to him? And does this mean that Tyler is finally going to crack and give Monique a real apology? Let's break it down. Angie Stone's death has had the black community in a twist ever since she suddenly passed away a couple of weeks ago. What made her passing even more hurtful was that in December last year, she revealed that the reason she had to keep working instead of retiring was that people have been stealing from her. She wrote, "I've just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen. And guess what? I know exactly who did it. But don't get it twisted. I'm coming for you, all the dogs who thought they could take what's mine. Trust, I'm ready." Just like Jamie Foxx said, what had happened was, well, now it's my turn to share my testimony. It's a new chapter, and you can bet the truth is coming to light. Stay tuned. Well, her words got to Tyler, and he has something to say about it at her funeral.
Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out, because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." And I'm going to tell you something. This woman was a prophet. She prophesied and preached her own eulogy. What am I talking about? In her song, "No More Rain in This Cloud," she says, "My sunshine has come, and I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud." And many of you may not know this, but I'm a pilot. And when you are a pilot, the first thing you study is the weather. And I learned about clouds. And what a cloud is particles, air and particles. And when the rain gets in that cloud and the particles get too heavy, it becomes to rain. It drops to the ground. It falls. It is just like our souls. We hold so much in. We hold so much pain. We hold so much that it has to come out of our eyes as tears. But the beauty of what she was talking about is when a cloud has no more tears, it dissipates. It's gone. But if you listen to that song again, there's a part that I want you to really, really listen to. She said, "What goes around comes around."
It's clear that Tyler feels very strongly about this, which kind of lines up with what people have said about him. Multiple people like Megan Good have come out to talk about how he prioritized black artists and how he's one of the few producers in Hollywood to actually pay black artists their due. However, not everyone has had such a good experience with Tyler, and one of such people is Monique, because she had a very bad experience with working with Tyler, and it ended with him going out of his way to blackball her. So seeing him say all that at Angie Stone's funeral made Monique snap, and she called him out on social media. She wrote, "Dear Tyler Perry, I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral where you expressed frustration over her mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me and my husband Sydney as poignant, but also made us reflect on some unsettling discrepancies in your actions towards me. One, you expressed anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you labeled me difficult to work with despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same on me? We have audio of you admitting you were wrong. Two, you asked, where's the money she's owed? Well, Well, where's my public apology that you promised in 2016? The false narrative you perpetrated helped blackball me, costing me tens of millions. Where's the restitution for that? She continued. 3, you mentioned being tired of us not receiving the benefits we deserve. Yet you asked me to promote Precious for free without a contract or compensation, which highlights your double standard. 4, you said we should be careful in how we treat children of God. As a man of faith, where's your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it's yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightly criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be held accountable too? In closing, I hope your words at Angie's funeral inspire you to correct the wrongs done to my family and me. You have the power to do so. Yeah, Monique was clearly big mad when she wrote that out, and it's not surprising that she would be, because this drama has been dragging on for a long time. For those who missed the drama, Tyler Perry expected Monique to do a whole press tour for Precious for free. Now, Monique played a major role in the film, but she wasn't about to put in all that work without a check. And instead of just paying her or scrapping the tour altogether, Tyler allegedly took another route, making sure Hollywood saw her as difficult and quietly pushing her out of the industry. And let's be real, when someone as powerful as Tyler labels you as a problem, people start keeping their distance. Before long, Monique was basically blacklisted, with doors closing left and right. Tyler, of course, has always denied having anything to do with it. According to him, Monique's struggles in Hollywood were all her own doing, and she just needed someone to blame. But Monique hasn't let this go, not for a second. She's been vocal for years about how Tyler and Oprah wrecked her career, and she's not about to let them off the hook. Anytime the topic comes up, she keeps it real, making sure people know exactly what went down. Last year, she pulled up to Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe and doubled down, calling Tyler out once again. She aired him out for blackballing her and then turning around and acted like he had no idea why she was upset, basically playing dumb while knowing full well what he did.
Right? And he said, I can see the pain in you and I can hear it. And I want to let you know that I would never do nothing to hurt you. But the conversation kept going on, only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start a rumor that I was difficult to work with. He lied, only for Tyler Perry to admit.
She also claimed that Tyler promised that he was going to fix the situation and get people off her back, but he never did.
I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out.
She then claimed that she had an audio recording of Tyler Perry where she admitted to starting the rumor that got her blackballed and admitting that it wasn't a fair thing for him to do.
Of Tyler Perry. I don't want you to take me at my word. I want you to hear his words. And what did you hear that man saying? What did you hear that man saying?
He said it.
What did he say?
Is Monique, you know you're not supposed to be recording people.
No. Let me back up.
Okay.
Everything we did was legal. And here's where a black woman really gets the kick in the. Had I not recorded Tyler Perry, then it would have been my word against his. And then on top of that, it would have been, he's so powerful, we can't even pay no attention to that.
Right.
Well, now I have him on audio, which is legal to do where we live.
Right.
Okay? We have him on audio. And do you know what some people then said? Why would you record him? Just like you sat there and said, you know it's illegal to. But did you hear what the man said? I violated you.
Yeah.
I mistreated you.
Yeah.
Do you know, Shannon, that's cost my.
I can't even lie, she made some solid points. For years, people have called her everything from a liar to a troublemaker, acting like she was just making all this up. So the fact that she got Tyler to admit what he did on tape was a genius move. And like she said, it was completely legal where she was, so she played that game smart. If Tyler had known he was being recorded, he would have never let those words leave his mouth. Monique also didn't hold back about just how much his actions cost her. She revealed that being blacklisted set her back by about $10 million in lost opportunity.
Family tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Over a lie and a rumor.
Is he gonna compensate you for that?
I want you to look in your camera.
Yes.
And I want you to talk to Tyler Perry because you heard what that man said. So ask him, will he compensate my family for that?
Tyler, will you come on Club Shay Shay and let's have a conversation about the fair compensation for what transpired between you and Monique? You can sit right here and she's sitting right here and you and I can have a conversation.
And we'll do you one better. And give me 5 on that, baby. We'll do you one better, Shay. My husband and I'll sit.
But it gets worse because according to Monique, there were several people in the industry who were willing to stand up for her, and they reached out to Tyler on her behalf to try to sort things out, only for them to ghost her later.
And some of the people that Kat talked about, ironically, I have this issues with those same people. There were people that reached out to Tyler Perry on my behalf.
Okay.
And I was grateful for that. Okay? There was Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton, civil rights leader.
Yeah.
I sent him that audio. He listened to it. He said, baby, what that man did to you was wrong, and you're like my daughter, and we're going to have to get him to fix that.
Right.
We didn't hear from Al Sharpton for 6 months. The next time we saw Al Sharpton, he was on a podium talking about we don't need to fly commercial because we can fly Tyler Perry's private jet. I said, that's why maybe I'm not hearing back from him. Okay. Then we had our beautiful sister, Stephanie Mills.
Yes.
Okay. Who is, she don't play.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I told her what happened, sent her the audio. Now, I don't know if she listened to that audio or not, but however, she called Tyler Perry. She said, Monique, Tyler Perry does not want to revisit this. Okay, fine.
Right.
While we're on the phone, Tyler Perry calls her back and says, I will meet with Monique, but not with her husband. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah.
And then Monique has to apologize publicly to say Oprah and I had nothing to do with messing up her career.
But that'd be a lie.
So from the looks of it, not only was Tyler out here turning people against Monique, people who were actually in her corner, but he didn't stop there. Nope, he even had the nerve to try and get her to apologize to him when he was the one who had blackballed her in the first place. Child, the audacity is on another level. With all this, it's understandable that Monique would feel a type of way about seeing Tyler preach against the very same thing that he did to her. And as I said, even though Tyler does champion Black the cause, at least on the surface, it doesn't change the fact that he did Monique dirty and never bothered to apologize. However, fans have different reactions to Monique calling him out right now, given that he said what he said at Angie's funeral. They left comments saying, at this point, Monique needs to see a therapist because turning someone's funeral into a chance to say Tyler Perry owes you money is not something a functioning person would do. Monique is quite insufferable for making Tyler Perry's speech at Angie Stone's funeral about her. That was not the time or place. It's been 16 years, an apology would have come in the mail already. People mad at Monique for her post to Tyler Perry. While yes, someone did die, but she didn't do that at a funeral or the day of her funeral. She allowed her celebration of life to happen, but why should Black women wait until they're dead to have someone advocate for them? And I don't care how problematic Monique has been on certain issues, but when it comes to this particular issue with Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey, I stand with her. But I want to know how y'all feel about this. Do you think that Monique did the right thing speaking up, or do you think that she should have read the room? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.